Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are back with GRUUL aggro made by Tommi. Now, Tommy's doing an iterative thing where he makes tiny changes to his deck. Last time we saw this deck, it was GRUUL aggro V8, and it came out November 26th. So here we are almost a month later, and we're messing around with GRUUL aggro V10. If you are interested to see what changes have accrued in the last two releases, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, a person who has woken up more than 10,000 times and is still not used to it, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by Tommi. Like I was saying, a while back ago, I found this guy named Tommi. Tommi had a deck called GRUUL aggro V8, and we played it. You know what? It was really good. Really good. I liked it quite a bit. In fact, I think it was on my favorite decks of whatever, November or something like that. I think I liked it that much. But here we are. It's a month later, and at this point, he has made it up to GRUUL aggro V10. So we lost V9. That just went someplace else. Now we're playing with the V10. Yeah, I was thinking, what's the difference here? According to what I read, like this one's got Halana and Alena in it, and I think it's got Questing Druids or something like that. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the cards that are in this deck. We're going to talk about how this deck should work, and then we'll go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? We got this thing does a point of damage, then pumps up a dude, and comes out the hasty 2/2. Here's a hasty 1/2 with prowess. Hasty flyer, and they can come back from the graveyard if you attack with 3 or more creatures. Does 2 points of damage to anything. This thing comes out as a 2/2 haste, but if you pay 5 and pay 3 additional, you can bring an instant or sorcery back from the graveyard and put popo counters on it. This guy is a hasty 2/2. Whenever he takes damage, you exile that many cards on top of the library. You can play that card until the end of your next turn. 3 points of damage to any target. This guy allows you to exile the top 2 cards of your library, and until your next end step, you may play those cards. It's tight frame. Otherwise, he's a 1/1 that gets bigger anytime you play in this case, red spell. Squee jumps out as a hasty 2/2. Every time he attacks, you put an additional hasty attacking 1/1 goblin. If he's dead, you can bring him back to the battlefield directly as long as you can exile 4 cards from your graveyard. Godric comes out. He's a hasty 3/3, so we got lots of haste going on here. And as long as you played 2 or more non-land permanents this turn, he becomes a 4/4 dragon with flying and can be pumped. Samut has first strike, vigilance, and haste. He's a 2/3. And whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player, if that creature entered the battlefield this turn, you draw a card. So it works great to do card draw with other hasty creatures. Witchstalker Frenzy does 5 damage to target creature, and Halana and Alena pump things up by the power of itself. Each turn pumps up one thing, and that thing gains haste. So it can make things hasty. I'm not sure if everything that doesn't have haste. I guess Questing Druid is it. But anyways, and then it has reach, so you can use that big old butt to block for you a little bit. What do we got? We got the guy that puts out 2 hasty spirits, and we got a 2/2 attacking manland, and the ability to disenchant something. All right, so what are we going to do? We are going full on haste, GRUUL. We're going attack. What are we doing? What does GRUUL do us for here? It allows us to have a guy that grows every time we play a red spell. We have a guy that lets us do a little bit of card draw, and we have the ability to pump dudes up. That's what green gives us in this case. Also, it gives us the ability to disenchant some. Other than that, this is mono red aggro, which everybody should love because it's the best dark deck type out there. All right, so before we go out and do some damage, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against mycomancy. Mycomancy, what is that? Like the magic associated with mushrooms or something? All right, so it's Kumano, Phoenix Chick. And then Samut. Provided we can get a third mana. Hey there, Cubert. Here's some Energon for you. Enjoy. Everything a growing virtual fish needs. We're rocking up hard on 3 without having 3 mana. That's not cool. This guy's just going to shoot the Phoenix Chick out of the air. All right, you got 2 mana. I don't know what your waterfall's doing over here. It's a lot of, like, breathing. I tell you, we are going to Feldon this thing. Feldon! Alright, so he can't be shot for the single point. He's got to use a 2-pointer to kill him. Alright, can we just keep up the pressure? We need a third mana, preferably red. Guy's going full on Esper with control. That sucks. I don't know what this guy's thinking about so much. You're out of mana, man. Look, I can run back and forth across the screen like 20 times before you make up your mind. And we're sucking on fumes now because we can't seem to get another mana. Don't worry, Kato, I'll shoot you in the face. I'll do it. Just let me have my turn. Is it because you're all high on magic mushrooms? Is that what that's all about? You know, you shouldn't play arena. Hi. All right, come on. I mean, look, man. I don't know what you think you're doing at this point. What is the amount of mana we're playing with here? 23. Well, we got the red mana that we needed. So let's put this guy out. All mixed in. All attack. We'll take out Liliana. And then we'll shoot Kato. Wasting all of our stuff on stupid-ass planeswalkers. Four mana, 4 cards. What are you going to do? Look for more cards. That's what you're going to do. Alright, deck. You've done very well before. Minor changes, you should be awesome right now. I drew a card. It wasn't a mana. Alright, you're rocking 6 mana. And you're just going to wipe the board. We'll keep it up with our hasty guys, all in 3. Alright, we still have the ability to shoot the baby if he decides to put it out. Alright, that's it for Godric. I can't do anything to save him. I could just avenge his poor death by doing this. And we win! In your face, Junie B. Jones. Alright, playing against... Oh, WipeYaSelfOff. I remember that name before. I've seen you and I played you before. WipeYaSelfOff. I believe I made fun of you and everything. Alright, no green, but I'm cool. Everything else looks pretty good. Just Alena, I'll have to wait a while, and there are 4. Ooh, what did you get rid of? Alena and Halana? Alright, let's go Copperline Gorge and Phoenix Chick then. I'm coming down fast from miles above you. All right, 2. That guy just keeps coming back. Let's just keep it up. We'll waste it. It'll be fine. If we do this, that means he's got to play that guy, or else he goes away forever. And he doesn't want to. He wants to keep that guy in the mix. All right. 3. Let's go ahead and feld on this place. All in. We need to get a 4th mana. That's what 4 mana looks like there. Yikes. That'll be good. Well, I could kill it with whatever I got left over. Yeah. And he's got another one. That's not cool. And I did not get my 4th mana, unfortunately. But is he going to give it up to block? No, or is this little dude just going to sit there and be little jerks? Just gaining him life, 2 points a turn? That's not cool, man. Alright, we're gonna go forward. Pop. Okay, every turn I gotta gain a little bit more. We're gonna be racing against this guy's ability to heal. I wonder if he recognizes that Halana and Alena have reach. Almost sending Feldon in just so that we can get his card draw. I need one more for her to be effective. Yeah, there we go. I'll get, what, like 4 cards out of that thing? All right, what do I need? I really need another mana. Let's do it this way. Yoink! All right, we're doing much better. If you want to, you can send your Cavern Bat in. I'll block it with Alena and Halana, and then I'll just shoot you in the face. No blocks, that's cool. Have a good time. And we win! Winner, winner! Cheeseburger dinner. Ah, we're playing against... What is it? Zecheus? 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 Keep. Alright, so if I really want to use this, let's use it on turn 2. So let's just red it and be cool. Because then I get Squee out with an extra dude on him. Alright, Kumano. Shoot to the face. Alright, Squee, you're going to be a big boy. All in. Something tells me a little goblin's going to get slaughtered. Well, that's just mean. Keep going with all the pressure. Got him down to 10. Alright, here comes a kill. That sucks. Plus it gains so much from that. Alright, what we're going to do is we'll pull this guy up. Next, we'll attack. We'll go in for 1. Swing it wide like that. And let's just go ahead and finish off the board with a nice shot. That's what you get, suckerfish. Let me touch your cat. Those things are the devil right there. Alright, what we got here? Alena and Halana, you're going to help somebody out. Someone who really deserves it. There we go. Alright, so we're shooting for 2. This goes only against creatures. That's a weird chop, man. Nope, no thanks. Everything's cool. Alright, 2, so let's just go ahead and shoot that in the face. You got no mana. That's the end of it. Winner, winner. Suck it, suckerfish. Alright, we're playing against Ramiro. Keep. We got 3 mana. Alright, we're going to go for the Swiftspear first. Doesn't really matter. They all do the same amount of damage. This guy's got flying, but This board's wide open. All right, we shall put out the... Let's do this so that we double up on the red. Costs us what it costs us. Blood, blood, blood. Alright, so we can Lightning Strike, but I can use that against the guy's face. Witchstalker Frenzy is probably the best. Just using it on a Yodelin frontliner sounds so dumb. Alright, 1. I have nothing to put out, so we'll just go ahead and just go in for 3. 13. Alright. Alright, so we'll have an extra 2/2 out next turn. I could use Lightning Strike to clear the board a little bit to open things up. And he's going to Crazy Town. We have to kill this bunny corn. All right, there's 2. And 5 straight in. Thank you for attacking with your guys. All in. We tricked somebody into doing something. Matter. Down to 9. Gotta keep Lightning Strike available, take out something. Yeah, let's tune that down a little bit. Ooh, we did get this. Gets to keep it though. That's nuts. All right, we're down to 9 now. There's 2. Let's take it in. Should we just take it out? That one guy. All right, no blocking for you. Down to 4. Sure. Now we got nothing. That's it. Is that 9? Oh, the humanity! All right, up and against Rat Bastard. Two mana. I'm not a fan of them. Hopefully Questing Dude will be able to help us out next turn. As in getting another mana. Now we got the mana we're kind of looking for. Let's see what he can get though. Yikes, we're going to lose. Okay, they lost him anyway. I thought we'd be able to play him until the end of our next turn. Here's a Squee. It looks like we're kind of doing a mono red off at this moment. I think I went first, which means I have the advantage. And shot. Alright, now I've lost that advantage big time. We'll pop this guy out. We'll put out another dude. And let's take him in. And wait till his turn. We'll shoot somebody in the face. How are we doing? Not enough in the graveyard yet. All right, that means Smoot, you're up. Can't. You're not going to block Smoot. I'll tell you that. And gone. All right, so he's dancing around with 3 mana per turn. Or 4 now. Jesus! That was really lucky on his part. Can I kill him this turn? Nope, can't play that. We have 4 in there. Not enough. What if I do this? Yeah, sure, whatever. This is the only way it's going to work out. 1, 2, 3, 4. No math! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Victory! All right, so here we are with GRUUL Aggro V10. V10. It was great. It was a lot like V8. I mean, obviously it's a lot like V8. There's very few changes to it. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of 10. I think I like 8 a little bit better. It looks like, like our friend Tommi here tried to spread it out a little bit to put a little bit more juice into it. It's something we could do. But as such, it's not as focused as it used to be before. But my big thing is I'm not a big fan of Questing Druid. I think that guy can suck it. I did like Witchstalker's Frenzy. I thought it worked out pretty well. And Halana always is great. My big problems, number one, is, this is definitely a deck you want to have Pain Lands in. But sometimes I felt like that's all I was getting was Pain Lands, and that sucks so incredibly hard. So hard. And the other thing, this thing has 23 lands in it, and it's a you're playing at the beginning of the ladder here with all of just 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. You shouldn't need a lot of mana, but there were times I was stuck at 3 mana where I couldn't get into 4s. I couldn't play Halana Alena. I couldn't play Witchstalker's Frenzy. Unless I got attacks going. So really, it was just I couldn't get Halana and Alena out. I guess it's not that bad. I had the ability to play everything else. There was no card draw in this. I wasn't bringing anything back quickly. But, I ended up getting a 63% win rate, which isn't bad. I did really well at first. I thought this thing was going to be like 100%. I got 4 straight wins in a row. Then I ended up dropping 3 losses in a row. But you know what I lost to? It was GRUUL. It was mono red. That's where I think I did the worst, was playing mirror matches, essentially. But, and then you end up taking on the draw against those decks. What are you going to do? Whoever goes first when you have a mirror match, those are the guys that are going to win when you're playing aggro like this. All right, 63%. Still, I think it's a very competitive deck. Feels very much like anything you'd see out the Platinum Mythic lists. I'd say it's well worth playing. Let's talk about MVPs at this point. Who was the most valuable player in this deck? I'm looking back at it right now. I'm having a hard time right now. Like Phoenix Chick is kind of lining up a little bit. Squee's pretty decent. I'm gonna have to say it's. God, I'm almost going to say Halana and Alena, just because she provides a little bit of reach, has a big butt, and has the ability to start growing your people. This deck doesn't grow on its own the way that it is, and that's the only grower in a GRUUL deck, which seems crazy. So I'm going to give the MVP to Halana and Alena, but I don't usually like to give things to the highest end of the spectrum we got there. Still, it's only 4 mana. There shouldn't be any reason why you can't get that color combination at 4, but I had a hard time with pulling it, so it's really difficult. I'm just going to give it to Halana and Alena just because she has they have all of the value that this deck can offer. Normally, I'd say Samut would be, but I wasn't really seeing it in any of the games we played today. where Samut was allowing me to draw cards with hasty dudes coming in. Samut would come out, Samut would die, and that would be the end of it. So yeah, Halana Alena, you're my friend. You're the MVP, and you're going to Disneyland. All right. Which was this deck competitive? Like I said, we were at 63%. I feel this feels like a Platinum Mythic deck. I think this is a competitive deck. Like I had problems against mirror matches, but every deck has the thing it can't deal with very well. So I still think if we played it more, we'd probably get a higher win rate. I think this is probably in the 70 range. But I only played looks like 8 games entirely. So anyways, still, I'm going to say yes, it's a competitive deck. Was it fun? Absolutely. I mean, usually we're playing things straight off the bat. We got Play with Fire for only 1, Phoenix Chick, Swiftspear all coming out for 1, Kumano for 1. We've got so many things in 2. This guy feels like a speed bump to me. I just really dislike him. He's so slow for his low cost. I know he's supposed to provide you with card advantage, but even then it's tight. If you're playing it in round 2, you won't have the mana to play the cards you just got back. So what's the point in that? The ability for him to grow is probably pretty decent. You just want to put him out. Man, the only time you want to use his adventure is when you've got a lot of cards down. You're up to 3 or 4 already. To 4 or 5 already, I should say. So you have like 2 or 3 mana available to use his ability straight off the bat. Or you're desperate for mana and are really just hoping you can swing one or something. I'm not a big fan of Questing Druid. But anyways, is this deck a fun deck to play? Yes, because it has so much to do in the early game. By the time we get to mid, which is usually turn 4, turn 5, this deck's over. It's already doing its thing, and the game's going to be over soon if they don't have an answer to it. This deck cannot handle late game. I didn't even see that came up as a situation. So, good for it. All right, was this deck interesting? It is pretty much the same deck that we saw before with GRUUL AGGRO V10. The interesting part was seeing and playing V10. There had been 2, or we played 8 before. So there's been a V9 and now a V10, and it was interesting to see the additions to it. Are there new cards in here that we have from Lost Caverns? Nope. This is from the last set. Fableland, whatever that is. And we got Aftermath, I believe, with some Moot. So not a lot of new cards in here, not at all. Yeah, just I can't remember what is that thing called. What the last set was called. Anyways, it's still okay. It's still a good deck, and I'm enjoying seeing the incretive changes that bring us forth here. So this isn't a strong interest card. It's not tribal. It doesn't have a lot of synergy between the cards you're playing. Mostly, we're just looking to see how can we maximize the win rate, and things have been tried. So I was interested to see how that worked out. All right, let's add this thing up then. Was this deck competitive? I'm going to say yes. Was this deck fun? I'm going to say yes. Was it interesting? I'm going to say it was, but not just in the barest of senses. So I'm going to give this deck just an A, a straight, flat A, no plus, no minus. It was a fantastic deck. It's just that, the changes to it didn't make it like that much more better than V8. So, we're going to hold it back a little bit. Straight A deck. All right, so if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.